It seems we may have another leak, and this time I can't be blamed by it, Games Workshop, because this is all coming from Reddit. It's looking like this is a big terrain leak, and to be fair, I have heard some whispers about new terrain stuff coming from Games Workshop. So let's jump in, let's look at this, let's go through the Reddit thread, because this is very interesting. So let's jump over to this window as we always do. So this was posted over on Reddit, the Reddit Warhammer 40,000. Thank you for Dudex over in my Discord for linking me this. It was posted by the user fit_stay. And what you're looking at here, it seems, well, they're talking about new pre-painted terrain leaks, question mark. Now, I have been hearing rumors that apparently there is some 3D printed terrain stuff coming from Games Workshop. I haven't really talked about it yet because it's like a deep rumor, but this does raise my eyebrows a little bit. So if we just go through some of the images really quickly, it's all pre-painted. I think, I was speaking to a friend of mine called Woodimp, Woodimp on the channel, and he says this looks like a UV made terrain, and that UV terrain is like you can put like printed stuff over 3D stuff. So maybe that's what this is. If you go through all, you can see like these boxes of sprues and stuff that have all been posted over on this Reddit. It's really interesting, some of these photos. We'll go into it in a second, but you can see like this. Look, that is like a full-on console. Printed, the Quilla, everything. Is it fan-made? Is it a leak? There is some questions to be had here, but the more you look at the pictures, the more I kind of think it's legit. Again, I think it's legit at this moment in time. Again, more stuff here on the table and everything like that, like barricades and everything, which we know are going to be part of the new terrain rules and stuff. And it actually goes into detail about, terrains, barricades, and all that type of stuff right here. So the first thing I noticed, yes, of course, like that UV printed terrain and stuff like that. But if you actually look at these images and look at like some of the stuff over here, it's got like Chinese lettering on it. And as far as I know right now, that is where GW do most of their terrain. They actually get it made in China and then sent back over to the UK and then distribute it all over the world. So we know that this potentially could be a little connection on here. Now, I'm sure some people saying, well, what if it's like a fan shop and stuff like that, which again are legitimate questions to ask. But if you look at like all the boxes this individual's got, it looks like there's thousands of sprues here, all done. Like, are they going to really invest into that without even going to the market first and looking for people to buy it and stuff? I don't know. It seems like this has all been pre-bought by someone. And if you're putting like Aquillas on stuff, I don't think a third party is going to do that because they can easily be shut down by Games Workshop. The only person that I think is confident to do something like this would be Games Workshop. Again, look, if you're looking like all these little bags here, there's just bags full of sprues, boxes full of sprues, right? There's so many bloody sprues in these pictures that we're just seeing in the background. Again, all pre-painted. I actually think it looks pretty nice, to be fair with you. Like, if you haven't got the time to paint, if you haven't got the skill to paint, buy some of this, boom, stick it on your table, all done and dusted. It could be a pretty great way to get more people, more flair into the game on your boards to look pretty more cool. If we keep going forward, now this one, I think this is definitely taken in someone's house. Now, there's a bunch of Joy Toys in the background. Either this guy is an avid Joy Toy collector, okay, or maybe this is in partnership with someone at Joy Toy. That's why this individual has got a bunch of Black Legion. I think there's some Space Wolf stuff over here as Joy Toys as well. What if they're getting Joy Toy maybe to start producing some of the terrain for their gaming tables now and stuff like that? It does make sense. Again, Joy Toy is based in China. They've got a licensing with Joy Toy. I'm trying to put 2 to 2 together here to try and make 4, 6, 8, 12, right? Whatever you want to say. Like this little Chinese bracelet over there with like the kitty cat, which is, I think it brings luck or something. So this is definitely for me, images that are leaking from the China side. Again, is it part of the terrain stuff? That's the question I'm going to give to you guys. But this is all over Reddit. There's a massive conversation going on at the moment. It is really interesting. The question I ask you guys, would you buy something like this? Like, looking at these images right now, would this be something that you buy? Personally, for me, I think I would. If I wanted to touch it up in a little way and make it a little bit more standy out, I'm sure you can do that. But as just pre-painted, cool-looking terrain, I like it, man. I like that. That's pretty grim dark with like the servitor like attached in the middle of it and stuff. Bang that like in a room or something. I think it looked pretty cool. You know what that looked cool in? Boarding actions. to really bring out the boarding action terrain and stuff, like little servitor like consoles and stuff. I think that'll look great. But yeah, I'm convinced that this is real. Again, I could probably eat in my own words. Maybe someone's trolling at something at this moment in time. But for me right now, I believe that this is 110% real. But maybe I'm wrong, right? I'm always wrong, right? Never believe Valrak. Of course, as Reddit says, Valrak is just a liar. He is a scammer. But I'll leave it to you chaps to make your own decision. Tell me what you think. Real? Not real? Trolling? Actual leak? New terrain coming? Leave your thoughts, comments, everything down below. I'm having a little chinwag down there as we always do. See ya. Have a great day and bye-bye.